Welcome to Sisters Talking Shit, where we talk about news and each other. I am December, here with Aquarius. Let's talk shit. All right, let's start by saying R.I.P. Angie Stone.
It was so tragic. I can't believe it. Just here one day, gone tomorrow.
I know you're being serious, but I don't know why you sound so sarcastic.
I'm not being sarcastic.
I know, but you just sound so sarcastic. Okay, stop making, you guys can't see her, but she's being so mean. She's making funny faces. She's doing hand signals.
No, because you keep touching the mic.
So
Stop
what? Can they hear it?
Yes, I can hear it. Stop touching it.
You can hear it?
Yes.
Oh my God, it's not perfect. Ooh.
Anyway, so she was leaving a show in Alabama, right?
Yes.
And got into an accident, and she's the only one in the car who passed.
Yes. Our sincerest condolences to her family. It's really sad. Some people think it is the music industry doing its demonic work.
Yeah, she made a video, right? Talking about they owe her so much money, and she doesn't know what's going to happen to her by the time she tries to get her money.
That's sad.
Yeah.
And what's your boy's name? Albie Shore, who doesn't want to tell much about what really happened to him. But he wanted to release their messages.
What messages?
He released messages between himself and Angie Stone. You guys can look it up. I'm not even going to repeat it, but it released some stuff that she was going through health-wise. I thought that was distasteful, especially if you're not going to tell all of your business, Mr. Albie Shore.
Yeah, he needs to go sit down somewhere.
Absolutely. You know, tell your stuff before you tell someone else's. Just because they unfortunately pass away does not give you an opportunity to go ahead and say anything about them or just tell all of their business. If her daughter or her son decides to disclose information about health issues, then that's between them. But that's not even what caused her untimely demise. So it shouldn't have even been brought up.
Yeah, what was he trying to say? Did he think somebody poisoned her or something? I didn't hear about this.
No.
Just general health information?
Yeah, I mean, I guess he was just posting their last conversations.
Is he just trying to get? Some people just like attention.
I think so. I think that's what it is. Some people like to prove how close they were to somebody when they pass away. That's weird.
It is, but yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
Like, look, I know her. We talked. Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Just send your condolences. Say how much you love that person and just let it go. You don't have to post your messages from that person. That's sickening.
Yeah, social media is a blessing and a curse. People do weird stuff. If you wouldn't do it outside of social media, don't do it on social media.
You know what else I think is sick? When people go to funerals and take pictures.
I've never seen that happen, but I heard people are doing that now.
I've seen it.
You've seen them, actually?
I've seen it. Unfortunately, years ago I went to one and I saw it for the first time and I was like, what in the hell? When did this happen?
Of the dead body or just pictures with other people there?
I saw someone hired a photographer to take pictures and I was like, when did this start? I don't frequent funerals, but when did this start? And then since then, I've noticed, when you scroll through social media, every now and again, a dead body will pop up in a casket. And it's like, why are people doing this? This is not cute. This is not a thing. This should not be a thing.
Yeah, you're supposed to go to the hospital and take pictures of them or with them before they pass. That's what you're supposed to do.
If you do that, still don't post them.
I know. These are people who are too lazy to visit them in the hospital or in their home, but now they want to take a picture with the corpse. Like, that's too much.
Not even with the corpse, just of the dead person, and then just post it online. Why do people do that?
That's very strange.
Or period, just take pictures of dead folk and then just I don't know. That's weird to me. But yeah, I don't know. It's unfortunate, but it's sad.
Yeah, and make sure you show love to your loved ones while they're here. You never know when they're going to be gone. Give them a hug, give them a kiss while they're here.
Oh, you want me to give you a hug and kiss?
No. No.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. Don't touch me.
Come here.
Go away.
Come on. We're not a very loving family, you guys.
We are loving. We're just not a touchy family.
We're not. No, we're not really loving.
We are loving.
Come on, give me a kiss.
Stop it. You're being weird.
You see what I mean? You see what I mean?
I don't think I've ever hugged you, at least not in like over a decade.
No, I don't think we've ever hugged unless we were like trying to put each other in a headlock or something.
Oh, fighting.
Yeah, we don't hug. We don't do that. That's unacceptable in our household.
Yeah, we weren't raised to hug.
No, that's weakness. Love is weakness.
I wouldn't call it weakness. I think some people just don't show love that way.
Do you remember that time I told I told your mother I loved her just for a joke, and I got in trouble? I got cursed out by everybody.
I don't remember that.
You don't at all?
No, I don't remember that.
Okay, so I was at work, and I heard this girl. I overheard her on the phone, and she said, "I love you." And I was like, "Oh, who was that? Your boyfriend?" And she was like, no, my mom." And I was like, "What?" It was so awkward. I was like, "You tell your mom you love her?" She looked at me like I was crazy, and she was like, "You don't tell your mom you love her?" And I was like, "No, we don't do that." She thought I was crazy, and then she didn't believe me, so I was like, "I'll prove it. Don't say anything." So I put my phone on speakerphone, and I called your mom. And I said, "Hey, Ma, I love you." And she was like, first thing she did was pause. And then she said, "What do you want?" I said, "I don't want anything. I just got to tell you I love you." She paused again. She said, "I don't have any money." I said, "I don't need any money. I just got to tell you I love you." She said, "What you do?" I said, "For real, I just called to tell you I love you." She said, "Okay, for real, what's going on?" I said, "Nothing. That's it." The girl was sitting there just looking so confused and sad. I ended up basically consoling her.
Oh, man.
And I was like, whatever. I think I just kind of hung up laughing, or she hung up on me first.
She probably hung up on you.
She probably she hung up on me probably. And she was just sitting there like, "That's really sad. That's sad." Meanwhile, I'm cracking up because I thought it was hilarious, but she was really sad. I go on about my work day. I leave her at the office. I come back. I see all these missed calls, and it's from our sisters. One by one, I'm going through the messages, and I hear voicemails of getting cursed out. "The next time you feel like being nice and saying I love you, don't." I'm like, what? Why am I getting cursed out for this? And then I get a message. And by the way, the same girl, she's listening to these messages because I'm like, "Listen to this." So she's really getting sad.
Oh.
So the rest of the day, I'm seriously consoling her while I'm laughing. And then eventually, I'm just like, you know what? This is ridiculous. I can't believe I'm getting cursed out by everybody. And then I get a voicemail back from your mother, and she's like, "You know what? That really actually did make my day." I'm like, "I bet it did make your day." I'm getting cursed out by everybody talking about, they're spinning the block on me, cursing me out. So then by the end of the day, I get home. I'm so tired. My phone rings again, and it's your father.
Oh.
And he's like, "I am so upset." "But what?" I said, "What?" He said, "Yeah, I am shocked. Out of all the people, I thought if you were going to say I love you, you would say it to me. I cannot believe."
He was jealous?
Yeah, he got jealous. He was like, if you're going to say it, I figured you would at least say it to me. I was like, oh, my God. So he was like, "Now tell me you love me." So I hung up on him. I was
Was he joking or was he serious?
I couldn't tell until he called back and said the same thing. And I was like, I will never say these 3 words again. They're big, big trouble. And I hung up again. I was like, this is ridiculous.
We love you, Padre. He listens to this.
Yes, we do. We've grown up now, and now we realize the power in saying I love you.
And she should have called you first.
Well, does your mother listen to this too?
No, she's not allowed to listen.
Okay, then yes, I love you.
Oh, gosh.
Okay. Unfortunately, Gene Hackman and his wife and his German Shepherd also passed away recently.
Yeah, I did not have this on my 2025 bingo card. I didn't even know he was 95.
That's crazy because it's like you hear 95 and you're like, wow. But then you think about it and you're like, well, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, he's been around a while.
Up there with what's old boy that we like, Sean Connery? And
oh,
he
yeah.
was 300. So, Gene Hackman, he's about at least 250.
Stop it.
But, no, much respect. I loved him as an actor. The circumstances are strange. Very strange.
Yeah, I mean, he and his wife, now he's 95, so that's not that strange. But you don't expect his wife to pass away the same day. She's
and
much younger. Yeah, she's in her 60s. So preliminary autopsy or examination said there's no blunt trauma or physical damage to them on the outside. And they also tested both of them for carbon monoxide poisoning, right? And that was negative.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't know what happened. He was found deceased in the mudroom, and then she was found in the bathroom next to a bunch of pills and a space heater on the floor. So it's suspicious. So they're investigating it. Now, somebody, a medical examiner, he wasn't involved with this case, but he was hypothesizing maybe Gene Hackman had a heart attack, and then his wife ran to the bathroom to get some pills to help him, and she fell and hurt herself and hit her head. And maybe she had internal bleeding on the brain, but not on the outside. And I know they're way back in the cut where there's not good cell reception, and they're back there by themselves. So that was his hypothesis, just trying to figure out with the scene, how could this have happened with 2 people dead with no carbon monoxide poisoning?
And how about the dog?
The dog was just locked up. And would have just died from dehydration.
The German Shepherd.
Because he was there for 9 days, according to his pacemaker.
But why would the German Shepherd that could protect them be locked away in a closet?
Some people lock the dogs up if they misbehave. Maybe it misbehaves at night. Maybe they had people coming over, housekeeping or something. I don't know.
That's another thing. Okay, so the people who called, or the person who called 911, that was a part of the maintenance crew, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I heard the 911 call, and this person clearly said that they could not get into the home. According to them, they could not get into the home.
Okay.
And then authorities claim when they got there, there was a door ajar, which means slightly open.
Right.
So who's lying?
Maybe the maintenance men didn't check the whole perimeter. Maybe the cops.
They're the maintenance men. They're used to the whole perimeter.
True.
I'm sure that wasn't their first day. I'm sure they're the regulars.
Who knows? It's weird that the kids... He must not have a good relationship with his kids. He's 95 and they didn't call.
Yeah, I don't think so. I believe the daughter spoke out. I forget which one. I forget her name, but she said that they haven't spoken in about, I think, 2 months, 2-3 months, something like that.
That's sad.
Yeah.
I hope it wasn't something as... I hope this guy isn't right that she just ran to help her husband and hit her head. That's so sad.
That is sad. It's sad. And I can't say that doesn't make any sense. You never know how you would react in that situation. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, if you're 60 some odd years old and your husband is 95, do you panic in that way?
Maybe there's water on the floor. I have no idea. We're all just guessing at this point. Who knows?
Imagine a space heater in the bathroom.
Maybe they get cold.
Something about that space heater in the bathroom by her head is off to me. Pills being spread all across the counter. Then I could have sworn they said something about health records being out in plain sight.
That the health records stuff I didn't hear. I know there was blood pressure medication, thyroid medication, I think another medication, like over the counter or something.
All out, spread out all over the counter in that one spot.
If she was rushing in to get medication for him, if she thought she can get something to help him or revive him, who knows? But he's rich, he's famous. They'll investigate. They'll let us know.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear more about what they uncover or what they want us to hear. I'll just leave it there. I thought it was strange that the daughter said they don't plan to come out to the home at all until they hear more about the investigation.
Yeah, some people handle death in mysterious ways. That's why I'm saying they must not be super close to their dad. Maybe they feel like there's nothing they can do.
Yeah.
So they'll just come out to like pack up the house or something. I don't know.
I just feel like with something mysterious like this, I would want to be there. I would want to know. I would turn into Sherlock Holmes.
Everyone's different.
Murder, She Wrote.
All right. Well, rest in peace to Gene Hackman.
And Betsy.
And Betsy, I'm sorry. And the dog.
Yes, and the dog.
Yes.
I need to know, what were the other dogs? I need to know the breeds. They won't release they haven't said. They just keep saying, and 2 other dogs.
Right.
What were they?
Probably little ones.
Chihuahuas?
Who knows? Anyway.
There's a reason why that German Shepherd was locked up.
You're such a conspiracy theorist.
I'm just saying.
So you think there was foul play?
2 people and a German Shepherd are dead at once. It's just suspicious.
And they said suspicious enough to investigate, and that's why they're investigating.
There you go. That's all I said.
Yeah.
I didn't say anything other than that.
Okay.
So don't give me the side eye. Moving along. The Grand Dame seat is empty.
Now, does everyone know who the Grand Dame is?
Probably not. Karen Huger.
From Real Housewives of Potomac on Bravo.
Mm-hmm. The drunkard.
Now, she was missing from the reunion show because she checked herself into a fake rehab. I'm calling it fake. But she has since been convicted and sentenced. She was sentenced to 1 year. Well, 2 years, 1 year suspended. So she has to serve a year. And then afterwards, it's 5 years probation. First year probation, she cannot drive a car at all. Afterwards, she has to have one of those breathalyzer things inside her car to blow into before the car can move. And yeah.
You know, they should do that the first time you get caught drunk driving.
At least the second. I mean, she's gotten away with it 3 times before.
And who was the judge who kept letting her get away with it? They should get investigated, to be honest.
She got lucky.
She got beyond lucky.
Yeah, real lucky.
And allegedly, according to Giselle, she says that Karen turned down 6 months of house arrest.
I think Karen's just full of herself.
Yeah.
I think she just did not want to serve any time, not even in her house.
That's crazy. I'd have taken that.
She just wanted to hit the streets.
I would have taken that.
Yeah.
I would have been doing cartwheels around the house.
Mm-hmm.
I would have redecorated. Bravo would have been there filming every scene there at the Grand Dame's castle.
Well, you know, she can't have her boyfriend come up in Ray's house. I think that's why she didn't want to be on house arrest. Karen likes to run the streets.
Well, Ray isn't innocent. She should have sent him right on to one of those guys' trips with the maid.
With the maid? What?
Well, remember what she said? One time, Ray went on one of his guys' trips, and she called his room, and the maid picked up. And they were like, Karen, girl. And she said, yeah, but he explained it. He said it was just the maid. It was just the cleaning service. And they were like, girl.
The supervisor could have called the cleaning people if they knew they were in that room. The supervisor can call the housekeeping if they know they're in that room.
Karen called to speak to Ray. Why would the cleaning lady pick up?
If she picked up the hotel room phone, they can ring you in the hotel. Like if this manager or somebody has a question and they think you're in that room, they can call you.
Who are you talking about?
The housekeeper. You said the housekeeper picked up the phone in the hotel room?
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe she thought her manager was calling her.
No. Okay, hold on. I'm confused.
I think you're confusing yourself.
Probably, because I had a couple of these shots. But listen. Hold on. So Karen's at home. She calls her husband who's on vacation. A woman answers the phone.
Yes. Did she call the hotel phone or his phone?
She called his room phone.
Yeah.
His bedroom phone.
Yeah, the housekeeper could have been in there cleaning.
And she answered the phone.
Yes, they can answer the phone.
No, hell no. No, absolutely not. No, that is not what the housekeepers do.
They can. Yes, they can. And who cares? Karen been cheating on Ray. She said during, I think, season 1.
Ray been cheating too,
that
child.
Ray almost left her because she couldn't stay home. Karen been out here in the streets.
Ray also said when he was talking to Mia's husband, he said, Karen said before she had Raven, if the baby, don't be alarmed if the baby comes out with blue eyes. We have blue eyes in my family. He said, he was like, no, ain't gonna be no blue eyes.
She tried it.
All these years, they might have been telling the truth about Karen having a side dude with blue eyes.
Yeah. I think she, missed I'm Thomas Jefferson's concubine. I think she has a slave fantasy. I think she's a part of some little plantation underground sex railroad. She's probably bent over by some white guy all the time. Like, ooh, come on, slave. Okay, come on, Betsy.
Stop it.
I think she has some type of fetish.
Stop it.
She's always accused of sleeping with white guys. And there's nothing wrong with interracial, relationships. But she's highly mixed. She's black, but she has a lot of mixing in the blood. You can tell. And how, the truth comes out when you're drinking. And she says she's Thomas Jefferson's concubine. Do y'all see that video of her drunk as a skunk?
That's the craziest video.
She must have some crazy slave fantasies. That woman's wild.
She told the police, she said, "Ooh, I'm lit." Now that's drunk.
Karen is a mess.
Drunk.
Do you think that was fair? The prosecution was only asking for 6 months, I believe. So I was kind of surprised the judge gave her a whole year.
I'm not. Did you see her car crumbled up behind her as she was talking to the police?
Yeah.
It was bad.
You know what? I think because she didn't take any type of plea deal, and when you don't and then you lose, then it's going to be more.
There was no accountability. I can't even talk right now.
Mm-hmm.
There was no accountability. There it is. I got it.
Yes.
I'm just gonna push this drink back on the table. This is your fault. Don't bring no more of this here.
Yes, blame it on me.
Yeah,
even though I'm sober right now, but blame it on me.
Mind your business. But you brought this shot glass here.
Go ahead. What were you saying, Miss Accountability?
Washed it out and everything. Yes, that word there. Yes, there was none on her part.
Mm-hmm.
And then she tried to say, oh, well, it was because of my parents passing away. That was 7 years ago. And I'm not saying it's easy to get over that,
Mm-hmm.
but you can't use that. You could have killed someone. What if somebody was out walking their dog?
Yeah.
Or just taking a jog?
And the part that gets me the most, she fired her last team. I guess she was upset that she got convicted. So before sentencing, she hired a new lawyer. And the new lawyer, in his statement to the court, says that, well, she just followed her last counsel's advice, and they told her she couldn't reveal her pill usage for depression and anxiety, and that's what really caused it, is that she took alcohol with her strong medication, because they told her that it would just look worse.
Karen, you're too old for this.
Yeah.
Stop it.
But they're right. It would look worse, like her old legal team. It would look worse if you say, oh, yeah, I was just on depression and anxiety meds. Because they were telling her, well, that just means you really shouldn't have drank. That's not a mitigating factor.
She should not have taken this to court.
Yeah. But how does she think that defense would have helped her win? That's not going to help you win. That's worse.
She thinks she's a know-it-all. She's above it all. Mm-hmm. Like she was telling those officers, she's rich, they're poor.
And I don't believe her. Her lawyer lied. I think not say he lied. He says she suffered detox while in rehab. I don't believe that. I don't think she went through detox. I think she was in there chilling. That's my opinion. Because these places, you have different options. You can check yourself in for mental stuff. You can check yourself in for alcohol or drugs. Or you can just do a basic, like, I'm stressed. I have stressors. If you go on the website, they have that option. You can just learn how to deal with stressors in your life. I think she took the easy program and she was chilling in West Palm Beach, Florida. I don't think she was detoxing. I just don't believe Karen.
So you think it was like detox optional?
Yes.
On some days.
Yes. Go on the website. They had different options at these bougie rehabs. You can just go for exhaustion. You can go for stress. Ooh. You don't have to go for a detox. And her lawyer claimed she suffered withdrawal. I don't believe Karen. And even the judge was like, how about going to a rehab that doesn't relate to like fun in the sun or a sunny vacation? Because the name of the rehab was like, what is it, Sunny Shade or something? And then she went to another like short program to make it look good. That was called Sunny something. Everything has sun in the name.
Yeah, Karen, you got to do better. But I bet she'll learn this time.
Yeah. And we have world-renowned like rehabs here in Maryland. So she went to Florida.
Yeah, that was stupid. What do you think Ray's going to do while she's doing
He old, so he can't like bang another woman. But I think Ray...
Well, he can always get the pecker wet.
Oh, yeah, other ways. I don't know.
I've been watching the season. I don't know. Ray is still... he still got his eye out for a prize. They had a little gathering at their home, and they had some fake mermaids in the pool. Oh. And he tried to get in the pool with the mermaids.
He's so adorable to me. I love Ray. But I don't know. I think at some point, if this arrangement works for them, there's no point in getting a divorce at their age. Mm-hmm. But
he might just have some fun with some ladies he worked with or something.
He might go out to dinner with another lady. Heck, she's always out with other people. I don't think Karen's faithful at all.
Yeah, she sure is always out.
She's a mess. But I don't think... He
might get to relax.
Yeah, not have to worry about her silly butt.
Yeah, like I hope she's not out getting fucked up tonight.
Yeah. I don't know. I think she reminds me of Wendy Williams. I don't think she believes she has the problem.
They should be really in the same spot together.
Well, she doesn't have dementia.
Oh, well.
I'm sure.
Well, Wendy doesn't think she has dementia either, so.
Yeah.
They can link up together in the same spot.
Yeah, I don't think she believes she has the problem. I think she only went because she was trying to get time off her sentence. Because if you really thought you had a problem, you would have gone to rehab before you got convicted.
So they're both slightly delusional.
Wendy wins. I don't know. Wendy's pretty delusional. I don't know who wins that battle.
Stop it. Wendy's less delusional.
They're both pretty delusional.
Wendy is less delusional.
All is well in Huntersville.
There's nothing wrong with a woman wanting her marriage to work.
I went to the halfway house just to plot my divorce. It's plotteration. She said plotteration.
Okay. All right. We're done. Okay. All right.
I don't know who wins the delusional battle there.
All right. You're getting shadier by the second. Okay. You're such an ass. Such an ass. Moving on. Should we move on?
Yes.
Or
Do
you
we
got
have
some
to
more
talk
shady
about the
stuff to
next
say?
one? I don't know if I want to talk about the next one.
I don't have the energy. I don't even really know what happened. I
watched
in
it.
and caught
I
like
watched
the
it.
last 60 seconds. I just heard yelling and I was like, what? I heard something about World War III. And I said, what's going on? And then it went off.
So Zelensky was at the White House with President Trump. Of course, they're in the Oval Office with the cameras. Vice President and Marco Rubio, who's I guess our foreign secretary. So they're there to discuss signing a new raw earth deal where the U.S. gets to, I guess, dig for raw minerals in Ukraine. And we have some rights to their land so that we can pay ourselves back for giving the billions towards the war effort against Russia, pretty much. So while they're supposed to be touting this deal that we've reached, which they hadn't signed yet, they're supposed to sign later that day, Zelensky, the president of Ukraine, is kind of, how do I put it? He's saying things like, well, we can sign it, but we want some security guarantees, like in case Russia breaks a truce or something. And that they're not going to budge on their territory. Like they're going to reach a peace deal with Russia. They want to anyways, but they're not going to make a deal with a murderer to give up a piece of their territory. So Zelensky was like kind of supposed to keep it cute and just talk about signing the raw earth deal, but he kept putting stuff out there. And he also decided to show pictures of dead soldiers and starved soldiers and passed it around to the reporters and showed it to Trump. So he was just, trying to get it out there that Putin is a monster pretty much. And Trump was just like, yes, but we want this to end, so we're going to make sure this ends. This is the first step. Signing this deal is going to end. So you could tell Trump was annoyed with Zelensky, but he just, he kept it cool. And then the Polish reporter, he started it all, girl. It was his fault. No, but the Polish reporter, he was in the audience. He asked a question. He said, when I was younger, America wasn't just great movies. It wasn't just fast cars, but they were a symbol of good. And now when I talk to people in Poland, where I'm from, they worry that Trump is too much on Putin's side. So Trump says, no, I'm not on Putin's side. I just have to kind of be on both their sides so we can get this deal done. I can't talk trash about Putin and then say, hey, let's get this peace deal negotiated. And then the vice president, J.D. Vance, jumps in and says, well, for the last 4 years, we had an administration that talked tough about Russia, but they really didn't do anything. So now it's time for diplomacy. And that's when Zelensky said, well, what type of diplomacy are you talking about? Because we signed ceasefires with Putin, and he keeps breaking them. So what type of diplomacy are you talking about? And that's when J.D. Vance got upset, and that's when it got loud. That's when he said, well, you should be thankful. You should be grateful. You haven't said thank you today. And, you shouldn't be pretty much trying to, I think the word is mitigate this in front of the press. This is supposed to be pretty much behind closed doors. We're just talking about the raw earth deal. So he was upset that Zelensky was trying to talk about the war in front of the press instead of just the raw earth deal. Mm-hmm. And he said that he was ungrateful. Mm-hmm. And then Trump got involved and said, you are ungrateful. Because I think Zelensky said something like, well, you have a big ocean between you, but if this keeps going and, Russia keeps going with this war, you will feel it at some point. And Trump's like, don't say what we're going to feel. You're not in a position to say what we're going to feel. And you are being ungrateful. And you think, I want peace. You don't want peace. You think with the U.S. being involved, it gives you an upper hand, but I don't want an upper hand. I just want peace. I want it to end. So he's pretty much accusing Zelensky of thinking okay, they can keep fighting because the U.S. is going to give them money. But he's like, no, I just want peace. So that's when they got into it. And they did not end up signing that raw earth deal that day. They were supposed to sign it. They did not. But I don't think Zelensky wanted to sign it anyway. Because even at the start of the meeting, Trump said, we had a little back and forth, but I think we've reached an agreement. So I think Zelensky didn't want to sign it anyway.
Okay.
Without the security guarantee. So I don't think he even really planned on signing it. Not to side with Trump, but I don't think Zelensky wanted to sign the deal anyway. So I hope I explained it, guys.
So basically, even though you don't necessarily like Trump, you agree with Trump in this situation.
I think because even in subsequent interviews, Zelensky said he did not want to sign a deal that meant Ukraine would be paying it back for like 10 generations. Like he didn't want
back our money.
Yeah, like he didn't want to give the U.S. the amount of rights that they wanted to the raw earth to dig in Ukraine. So I don't think Zelensky was happy about signing that deal, and I don't think he wanted to sign it without specific security guarantees. So I don't think he wanted to sign the deal anyway. That's my personal opinion. Again, not trying to support Trump, but I think Zelensky, and I do think Zelensky should have kept it cute. You're in the Oval Office. You're supposed to be like, yes, we're here today to sign this deal. Not
in our America.
Yeah, not here's pictures. Here's pictures of dead people. Here's pictures of dead soldiers. Not laughing, but here Putin's a monster. We know that, but you're supposed to keep it cute and talk about the raw earth deal today. You weren't supposed to talk about the war so much.
We're not too happy with this guy anyway because he's been getting millions and millions and millions of our money for a long time. And this is the same guy that we've been saying for the longest time, like, why does Biden keep giving him our money?
Yeah, but he said that it's all accounted for. He's not using the money. I think a reporter asked him that. He says all accounted for. Most of it was in actual weapons, and the rest, the money is accounted for digitally, and they can see where it went.
I think we still don't care about that. As Americans, I think we still feel like that's bullshit. We're tired of our millions and millions and billions of dollars. They were handing that money out to this guy. No, there's something else going on over there.
And some reporter, but he was a jerk. He was like, why didn't you wear a suit today to the White House? I'm like, really? Some little jerk in the audience.
He was not dressed the part.
He did not wear his normal jeans and sweats. He had a nice little outfit on. It wasn't a suit, but he had a clean outfit on.
Hey, let me tell you something.
He looked good.
Let me tell you something. They have come at many of people for how they dress coming to the White House. It is not just Zelensky. Yeah. They criticize plenty of people. They criticize everyone for how they dress at the White House. Hell, Barack Obama, he wore a tan suit. They almost cut his head off. Remember that?
Oh, I don't remember.
Beyonce, she wore a beautiful dress one time, a gown, but she showed just a little bit of her shoulders. They damn near called her a whore. But invited Kim Kardashian. I said, what?
I don't think they should have this meeting in the Oval Office. Even if everybody's supposed to keep it cute. This
isn't the first time that Trump and them have had some sort of argument in the Oval Office. Remember his first term?
Oh, I don't remember. But this is like, Putin's at home watching. They shouldn't have done this. They should not have done this. Everybody should have kept cool.
Probably rubbing
J.D.
his hands
Vance
together.
should have kept cool. He shouldn't have popped off. I mean, yeah, Zelensky was irritating him, but if the president didn't pop off, you shouldn't have popped off.
Absolutely.
So.
Absolutely.
Yeah, mistakes were made on all sides.
If nothing else, I will tell you something. This presidency is quite entertaining.
I don't
Oh,
like
by
this.
the way, Trump, Vance, you missed the spot. In Cali, there was a trans athlete that just...
You did not say they missed the spot. Stop
You
it.
missed the spot. There are still some trans athletes running in the girls...
And the girls what?
Competing in the girls' spaces and winning. Clean that up. I think everybody can agree on that. Nobody's disagreeing on that. Even people who hate Trump, they're like, hey, man, we agree on that. Nobody wants men and women's spaces. They're tired of that.
Well, I hope they can reach an agreement to end this deal. And this war.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh, you're back on that. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought we were talking about.
No, I don't even want to go there with the rainbow community. I'm not going there. I'm too tired. But I do want this war in Russia or the war in Ukraine to end.
We'll circle back to that another day.
Yeah.
Remind me, we should also circle back to we'll get back to it. But
yeah,
I think they should also make it illegal for trans people to lie to straight men about who and what they are.
They should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since they're denying passports and stuff, they're making them actually do their real identity, what they were born as.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's an actor online complaining about that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, their passport expired. So it said female, but it expired. So to renew it now under the new laws, it says male.
Yeah.
So.
And any athletes, anybody coming into the USA, anybody coming into the country, they're vetting you to make sure if you're coming in here, you can't compete as an athlete if you're trying to compete as a trans athlete.
I agree with that stuff.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. All right. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay, and question of the day. Last thing before we go. Should your marriage come before your children? We wanted to ask this based off of the all of the criticism that Ayesha Curry has been getting for her comment about her husband coming before her children. I actually agree with her.
Yeah, I think some people take it the wrong way. I feel like some of those people must have busted marriages.
Yeah, it's not like she's like, forget my kids, I'm just going to abandon them. It's just about taking care of your spouse. You have to be a good team, a good partnership, keep each other happy in order to be able to take care of your children together, make each other happy so that you can continue to build a team. Without each other, how are they going to keep building up their basketball team? They're starting five.
That's true.
Their football team.
Yeah, and a lot of couples, I feel like it's unhealthy. Like their kids become their best friends.
No, that's weird.
Yeah, and they don't really mess with each other anymore. Like they don't like each other, so their kids become their friends. And they don't put time into the marriage. I'm not married, by the way. I'm just saying. This is what I've seen. And remember, like their kids are theirs together. Right. Not that a biological parent can't mistreat a child. Now, if someone's mistreating your kid, that's different. But these are their kids together, so it's not like you have to even be like extra careful to take care of, you know, to protect your kid because someone else might not be treating them the same. It's their kids. So I see what she's saying. I think some people just see stuff about relationships online and they just start going off for no reason.
Yeah, it's probably mainly it's the single bitter people probably.
Yeah.
Ayesha, how about this? This is how you cut half of your negative comments in half. Tell people if you don't have a husband, then don't say shit to me. There you go.
I see.
That's how you cut half of them in half.
And I will say this, even if you're in a relationship and you guys don't have the same kids, like you have stepkids, I always thought it was weird from the outside looking in. You'll see parents who let like a child ruin their relationship. Now, I'm not talking about when your spouse is mean to your kid. Of course, you stand up for your kid. But I always thought that's so weird. Like you let an unruly child interfere. That kid, even if they're in middle school and they have a boyfriend or girlfriend, they won't dump their boyfriend or girlfriend if the parent doesn't like them. Do you ever think about that? Or in high school, they're not going to give up Susie or Johnny for the parent.
That's all.
So you're going to let a child ruin your relationship when your kid wouldn't even dump Susie or Johnny for you? You know what I mean? I've seen that. Even as a young person, I would see that like, that's weird.
Yeah,
like you let your kid run your house?
No, yeah. As adults, you're supposed to stick together, create a strong bond, and deal with those monsters together. because children are monsters.
Oh, no, they're not. She's joking. She has good kids.
Yes, I have good little monsters, but even the good ones, they can be monsters. So you have to form a strong partnership. So I get it. Yes, Curry, stay strong.
Yeah, and someone said online, like, how can you let? I would never put my partner above my flesh and blood. Well, first of all, isn't your partner supposed to be like your blood? Like, don't they become
They
your
help
family?
you create your flesh and blood.
But even if, like, he's not the dad, he still becomes family.
Right.
And we're not talking about
Some
somebody
people don't
mistreating.
get it.
Yeah, we're not talking about somebody mistreating your kid.
Those are the ones whose relationships won't work.
Again, I'm not married, y'all, but, December is.
Well, stop announcing that. It'll happen. you don't have to announce that. It'll happen. You have the right mindset. You'll be a good one. You'll be a good wife when it's time. But yeah, to have that type of mindset, like, I think that they're just thinking of it in such a negative way. Just like when people say, like, okay, I fixed my man's plate before I fixed my children's plate.
I was going to use that as an example.
Go ahead. and they go crazy like, oh my God, like that's child abuse. It's not. It's okay. It's okay. And if your children are starving that bad, then you're probably not doing it right in the first place.
And it's even weird the other way when they brag about fixing the plate. Like, okay, you're the only person who's ever fixed a plate. That's weird.
Yeah,
as long as there's like respect and love, that's all that matters. However you show respect is different.
And either way, nobody should be upset. Even if you fix the children's plate first, your husband shouldn't be upset. If you think about it.
People show love in different ways. So some people, they fix the guy's plate first.
Yes.
Some people just go ahead and fix the kid, and the guy doesn't care. He eats in front of the TV. You know what I mean?
Sometimes it doesn't even matter because the guy doesn't even pay attention.
Yeah.
Because like you said, he's in front of the TV.
People just get weird about this stuff.
And sometimes the children are running around and they need extra time to clean up, so you fix the man to play. Nobody notices. So women, it's all up to you and how you feel the need to work your household. Mm-hmm. Half the time, the kids and the men don't even notice. So it doesn't even need to be a conversation. We make it more difficult than it needs to be.
Yeah, people just get really, really weird about this stuff.
Yes. So just have communication between you and your partner. Live life, have fun, be easy.
Yeah. And don't let a rugrat ruin your relationship.
Yes. And tell each other you love each other more. I'm about to give Aquarius a big hug and a kiss.
No.
Yes, right now.
Mwah. From a distance.
Yeah, I can't even touch her right now. I can't even reach out and touch her. I can't reach. Ooh. I can't.
I touched her fingertip. That's as good as we're going to get.
I should throw something at you.
All right, that's all I have to say on that.
And I'm going to wash my fingertip, too. How about that? I don't want you on me. Yuck. Okay. Well, this was fun.
Well, thank you for tuning into today's episode. Please like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment. Thank you so much. Bye.